Welcome to the regular monthly meeting. Are you ready? Okay, let's start again. Welcome to the regular monthly meeting of the Board of Commissioners held for the purpose of transacting the general business of the Township. Today's date is June 14, 2017. The meeting is being held in the Springfield Township Middle School Library. Please stand and join the Board of Commissioners in a moment of silent reflection, honoring the servicemen and women who placed themselves in harm's way in order to help preserve our safety. Thank you. Please remain standing and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. There he is. I don't have to announce he's absent. At this point, I would entertain a motion dispensing with the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting as written and recorded in the official minute book of the Township.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote. We are in full complement tonight. We are starting later than usual. It's 8:15 because we had the privilege of attending the Springfield Township High School graduation, which was a wonderful evening. You know, the sun was shining brightly down on us, and I'm proud to report that they had a 100% graduation rate. So the board commends them. At this point, the board is now open to comments or questions from the public. The board draws particular attention to those items listed on the agenda this evening. Please be advised that once the committee reports begin, the board can no longer accept questions from the floor. At the conclusion of the committee reports, public comments will once again be accepted. However, official action on those issues listed on the agenda will have already taken place. Therefore, if you wish to comment on an agenda item, now would be the appropriate time. There being none, we will now move on to the committee reports. I will start out as the chairman of the Internal Affairs Committee. The bill listing, item number 1 on the agenda, I move that the Board of Commissioners approve the May check of reconciliation in the amount of $2,771,498.95 and the June bill listing in the amount of $1,527,829.28. That is my motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote. And then I have one matter that is off agenda. Has to do with proposed Senate Bill 653. Pennsylvania Senate is currently considering a proposed bill to require the sourcing of the administration of business privilege tax and mercantile license tax collections with one county-wide private collector. The Board of Commissioners does not see any benefits to the taxpayers, as tax returns still need to be prepared pursuant to the individual municipality or school district codes and ordinances, and there would be no benefit to the municipalities to be assured proper compliance with the regulations that may be unique to that municipality or school district. Springfield Township believes that overall there's greater effectiveness with the individual municipalities and school districts reviewing the tax filings and providing follow-up with those who do not file or those who underreport the amount due. The ability to perform individual audits of the tax filings may also be lost with countywide collection of the business privilege tax and mercantile tax. Therefore, I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the Township Manager to send a letter to Senator Haywood and Representative McCarter urging that they not support Senate Bill 653 or companion bill in the House. That is my motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote. That concludes my report. I would like to call on the Chairman of the Public Works and Facilities Committee, Commissioner Shum.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report this evening.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Shum. We'll move on to the Chairman of the Community Development Committee, Commissioner Standish.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just have one item this evening concerning Martin Saints Classical High School. Martin Saints Classical High School plans to open a comprehensive classical Catholic educational high school at the existing Holy Martyrs Church building at 121 Allison Road in Orland. The high school wishes to begin classes in the fall of 2017 by first introducing 9th grade students to the school, and each subsequent year, the next grade level would be introduced up through 12th grade. The Martin Saints High School secured zoning approval from the Zoning Hearing Board and secured a recommendation from the Township Planning Commission that the Commissioners consider waiving the formal land development review process. There are no building or site improvements contemplated for the school or at the Holy Martyrs Church site. Therefore, we move that the Board of Commissioners grant a waiver to the formal land development review process pursuant to Section 512.1 of the Pennsylvania Municipalities Planning Code for the Martin Saints Classical High School, 121 Allison Road, Orland. The waiver is subject to the school remaining in compliance with the Zoning Hearing Board decision dated May 22, 2017, with conditions and fulfilling all representations made to the Springfield Township Planning Commission at their meeting dated May 16, 2017. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote.
And that concludes my report for this evening.
Thank you, Commissioner Standish. We move to the Chairman of the Zoning Committee, Commissioner Daly.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, I'd like to thank the school district for inviting the Board of Commissioners to the graduation ceremony tonight. It was a very nice ceremony, and I was proud to be invited to that. With respect to my report, the zoning petitions, the following zoning petitions will be heard on Monday, June 26, 2017, at 7 p.m. at the Springfield Township Middle School Library. The first is Lorenz Properties, LLC, 175 Roberts Road, Glenside, is seeking a special exemption to allow a multiple dwelling use and a variance to reduce minimum lot area per family for multiple dwellings from 5,000 square feet to 3,550 square feet for the property at 400 Bethlehem Pike, Erdenheim. The zoning relief will allow the redevelopment of this property that is located in D residential district from 2 apartments with a single 2,440 square foot office into 4 apartments. The second petition is the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, 3104 Civic Center Boulevard, Philadelphia, is petitioning for variances from the zoning code for signage at 821 Bethlehem Pike. 1, to increase the ground sign area from 25 square feet to 60 square feet. 2, to increase primary facial sign area from 40 feet to 75.5 square feet. 3, to increase the number of secondary facial signs from 1 to 3. 4, to increase the size of one secondary facial sign from 20 square feet to 75.5 square feet. And 5, to increase the height of one secondary facial sign from 18 feet to 22 feet. The third petition is for Luke Oil North America, Inc., 505 Fifth Avenue, New York, is seeking a variance to reduce the number of off-street parking spaces from 16 feet to 11, provided for the expansion of floor area of existing convenience store located at a gasoline service station from 392 square feet to 1,586 square feet at 630 Bethlehem Pike, Erdenheim. Applicant is also appealing the ruling of the zoning officer that 8 fueling stations at the gasoline service station cannot be considered parking spaces under the zoning code. With respect to petition number 2, I would just ask our township manager if there's been clarification during the day as to our position.
I believe Mr. Verity actually has had contact with counsel for CHOP. Maybe Jim could fill you.
Counsel for CHOP advised me yesterday, I think, or late yesterday afternoon or early today, that sign number 3 that the commissioners were most opposed to will be eliminated from the application.
And that was the consensus of the board on Monday night.
It was.
So with respect to making a motion to attend, Mr. President, would you suggest I make the motion?
I don't think we need to.
I don't think we need it. Okay,
No,
that's what
I
I was
think we're
gonna
good.
say. Okay,
Silence is golden.
there you go. So with that information, then that would complete my report.
Great. Thank you, Commissioner Daley. We move to the Chairman of the Cultural Resources Committee, Commissioner Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have three reports tonight. First, the recycling report. I'm pleased to announce that during the month of May 2017, Springfield Township residents recycled 226.8 tons of material with a householder participation rate of 80.9%. The net cost for the month was $16,334.52. My second report is regarding the Environmental Advisory Commission. I move that the Board of Commissioners reappoint Victoria Candido and David Michael Bacher to new 3-year terms of service as members of the Springfield Township Environmental Advisory Commission. The new 3-year terms of service shall expire June 14th, 2020. My third and last report, Mr. President.
Wait. You just made a motion.
I'm motion, sorry. Yes,
We have a
that's my
motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote.
My third report relates to the Environmental Advisory Committee also. I move the Board of Commissioners accept a letter May 17th, 2017 from Mara Baird resigning her position on the Springfield Township Environmental Advisory Commission. Ms. Baird served on the commission from March 2007 until the present. She also served as a member of the Municipal Campus Advisory Committee, lending her time and talents as a registered landscape architect. On behalf of the Board of Commissioners, I would like to personally thank Ms. Baird for serving on the Environmental Advisory Commission, and in particular her special efforts in a variety of programs and projects sponsored by the Commission. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote.
That concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Commissioner Wilson. We move to the Chairman of the Human Resources Committee, Commissioner Graham.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have two items in my report this evening. The first being with the Springfield Community Day. I move that the Board of Commissioners grant permission to the Springfield Township Community Day Committee to utilize Cisco Park on Sunday, October the 1st, 2017 for the annual Township Community Day. Not included with this permission is the dispensing of free beer samples to age-appropriate attendees of Community Day. The Board of Commissioners does not believe such an activity is appropriate for the Springfield Township Community Day. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments?
I have a question. Just for perfect clarity, the motion is not to allow beer to be served at Community Day in Cisco Park. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. We've in the past have not, this hasn't come up in the past, and there was some talk about changing it and adding it, and the board discussed it on Monday and like it the way it is. So
Thank
there
you.
will be no change and there will be no alcohol.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote.
My second item is for the Susan G. Corman 3-day walk. I move that the Board of Commissioners grant permission to the Susan G. Corman Breast Cancer Foundation, Incorporated, to utilize Cisco Park as a rest stop as a part of the Susan G. Corman Philadelphia 3-day walk on Friday, August the 25th, 2017, from 6 a.m. until 3 p.m. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments on the motion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay.
Thank you, Mr. President, and that concludes my report.
Great. Thank you, Commissioner Graham. Finally, we move to the co-chairman of the Public Safety Committee, Commissioner Maxwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. One item this evening. I move that the Board of Commissioners waive the provisions of Section 3303.1, Section 12 of the Springfield Township Fire Prevention Code in order that the Rotary Club of Springfield Township may conduct a fireworks display at the Springfield Township High School on Saturday evening, July 1st, 2017 at approximately 10 p.m. The waiver is conditioned upon the following. 1. The Rotary Club shall provide written proof of permission granted by the school district of Springfield Township to conduct the fireworks display at the high school. 2. The pyrotechnical firm and the Rotary Club of Springfield Township shall add Springfield Township as an additional insured on their certificates of insurance for the event. And 3. the pyrotechnical firm, and the Rotary Club shall work closely with the Township Fire Marshal to help prevent an accident and to create a plan of action in the event an accident does occur during the activity. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Maxwell. That concludes our committee reports. At this point,
If I could, Mr. President, I've been informed by our solicitor that the attorney for the Lorenz property for the zoning hearing petition number 1, which I just read that will be heard this month, has sent a letter in requesting a continuance. At this juncture, we don't know if the zoning hearing board would accept that or not, so if any of the folks listening, because there is some time between the meetings to see this video, if there's any question whether it be continued or not, I would guess they would suggest them, one, look at the email alerts that we send out to notify them that it was being continued, or two, I guess we contact the zoning officer, Rob Dunlop, prior to the meeting to ensure that that petition for the Lorenz property is still on the agenda.
and Mike, the agenda on the website gets updated? Right. So does the zoning board have to approve that, or the zoning officer approve that?
They have to.
So you can also,
But they don't have to approve it.
you can check the website, the agenda's on there, and it gets updated as necessary.
Mr. President,
Yes.
comment. Could I make a request that if in fact it is approved by the zoning, that they post it also that on the notification or the postponement of the hearing?
Did we what was last that was posted? Was it posted that we were having it, or was it posted for the last meeting? Because it was
posted, yeah.
Oh, it hasn't been posted.
No, I mean,
So it won't be posted if it's not on the agenda, is what the...
Yes, but it was on the agenda, so my concern is that people who don't have email, look at their emails, are going to come on Monday night expecting, it to be heard, and,
But the
Rob in the past, I know, has put, gone out and put a sign around the property and saying,
But that hasn't happened yet.
well, officially we haven't postponed it yet, right? But it sounds like it's being postponed.
Right.
If that happens, I'm requesting that Rob post the building saying that there's no meeting tonight on this issue.
On this building or in the neighborhood?
No, in the neighborhood. He's saying post 400
Around the
Buffalo Pike.
Right.
With the fact that there's not going to be a hearing on whatever it is at the end of the month with the zoning hearing board. For those who don't get...
Yeah, right, don't get email, don't get our blast.
Understood. But the
A number of, I know a number just don't have
Okay.
email.
Okay, but when the zoning hearing board makes that decision whether to accept it or not, then that would happen.
Yes, I understand, yeah. Well, that could happen tomorrow, right?
And
Or-
as our solicitor, they could deny it. That's the thing. They could deny
Well, if
that.
they deny it, then we have to post that there
Then
is a
we-
meeting. So what Peter's saying is that there's enough buzz in the air
I understood.
that we ought to post
I'm not
either way.
disagreeing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got direction.
Staff says they can handle that.
Good, thank you.
Any other comments before we go to the final public comment? We are open for any public comment at this point. There being none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Have a gavel.